My name is Sean Oz. Welcome to the channel. This is the World of Oz, where I like to bring you action cameras, drones, 360 cameras, and how I use them up here in the Rocky Mountains. In today's video, we're going to be working with the Mavic Air 2 and the Skydio 2 drone. Before we get too far in the video, let me know in the comments below which drone you think is going to do better in this environment. Yeah, believe it or not, we just got snow last night. We got my buddy Jonathan Buckhouse strapping up, and we're gonna use him as our main target. And what I mean by that is, instead of me trying to get the drones to follow me, I'm actually gonna use the controller on both drones and try and have it follow him. So let's go ahead and break out that Mavic Air 2 and get started. All the footage you just saw was with the Mavic Air 2. So far, I'd say that the Mavic Air 2 is not ideal for being in a situation like this. It did work, and the APAS does work if you're in P mode or normal mode, but it does not work if you're in tripod mode. If you're in tripod mode and you come up to an obstacle, it just stops. Now, since it doesn't have side sensors, I don't quite trust manually just flying it through the trees like what you're about to see with the Skydio 2. We are going to be flying the Skydio 2 with the controller and the phone. We're not giving any of the snowboarders a beacon, so this is going to be mostly manual flight, as well as using the tracking mode on the Skydio on the phone. Let's go ahead and pop the Skydio 2 up in the air and see what we think. Enjoy this footage now, and let me know in the comments below which one you think handled this situation, following people in the trees, snowboarding, the best. So as you can see, the Skydio 2, I'd almost consider it an action drone because it's able to follow somebody through stuff like this, and not once did I worry that it was going to hit a tree. Not once. I even flew it through some trees backwards, like what you're watching right now. I know I already played this, but look at this. This is flying backwards through the trees in a way that I am not worried about it hitting anything at all. With my Mavic Air 2, Yeah, it tracks pretty good from behind in an open area, but I wouldn't trust it to come down and go through all these trees at speed on a snowboard or in any kind of action kind of setup. Oh, it's slippery right here. Whoa, this is really slippery, dude. I'm gonna bust my ass. I can feel it. This is too expensive to fall. I should just slide on my butt. That was so slippery. Oh my God, that is amazing.
That's awesome.
Hey, buddy.
Specs. What's up, dude?
Let's go ahead and talk about what we all just watched together and my thoughts actually experiencing it in real life. Now, for those who are not already familiar with the Skydio brand, it's a really solid drone. It's different than the DJI drone, as you can probably sort of tell, and if you can't, then make sure you go through my channel and click a few videos back, and you can see a lot of videos about the Skydio brand to get a little more familiar with different ways you can use that drone and how it works. Let's go ahead and start talking about the Mavic Air 2 first. It is a pretty solid drone. If you've seen my other videos about the Mavic Air 2, I really don't have many complaints about it for being what it is. I still don't think of it as an air drone at all because it has deserted a lot of things that make the air, and I'm not just talking about aesthetics. I'm going to be doing a video about that soon. So if you haven't already, make sure you've subscribed to the channel and click the little bell icon so that you don't miss that video when it comes. What I found in this more enclosed environment where the trees sort of surrounded us was that the Mavic Air struggled considerably, where the Skydio 2 had no problems at all. Using the tracking mode trace, which is what you set on the Mavic Air to have it follow behind you, or if you wanted to hopefully stay in front of you, you would use this same kind of feature. It doesn't do well in front shots as well as parallel or side follows, which you can see in my other video there where I go over how Active Track actually works in the Mavic Air 2. So in this environment where we were surrounded by trees and there was a lot going on, it was just smart to try to use it in trace mode, which is following from behind only, or using it as a tripod as things moved by. But if you're gonna just use it as a tripod, you might as well just use your phone and film people go by like this and just get the shots that you need. Where it did excel is with that strong OcuSync 2.0 connection. I could fly it up over the trees and get some really big, wide panning shots to show the location where we were and not to worry about it losing signal or not being able to get far enough away to really get this big panning shot of the mountain itself. I found that anytime I would trace around someone and let it do the tracking behind them, it would turn as the subject moved, and the subject was stopping prior to the drone actually getting into motion. So that's why you see these sort of delayed shots when you watch that. So if you're out there doing something that was a much longer tracking, bicycling, skateboarding, maybe even motocross, it might have worked a little better. But for this situation, it failed miserably, in my opinion. It's got some great shots from doing the manual flying, and if you're gonna manually fly to track stuff in a situation like that, just be careful because it does not have side sensors, and it would be really easy to sort of twist in orbit, and next thing you know, you're in the trees. Now let's talk about how the Skydio handled that same situation. It killed it! Absolutely killed it! I knew it was gonna do pretty good, but I didn't know it was gonna do that well. It also is a little different because you can select front, side, side, back, angle, 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 and the thing will move itself into position, and they start moving and it realizes, oh, hey, I'm not on the left side, but you said put me on the left side, and it will do like this panning and get right into the left side, right where you want it. It goes quickly into that spot to get into that position. So even though we had a very short running period to get prepared for the tricks, it got there in time almost every time to get the shot. Now, it wasn't perfect by any means, but wow, just wow. Obviously, I was very impressed with what we got with the Skydio footage. And if I had more time, I think I could have gotten even more really cool stuff manually flying it, tracking as well, because I wouldn't have to worry about it going sideways into a tree or anything like that. Now, where the downfall of the Skydio is, as soon as I got it through the trees and up above it, I got about 500 to 1,000 feet from me, and signal was breaking up and I had to bring it back. So I couldn't get quite the big, huge panning shots that I could with the DJI drone. I think we all already knew that was going to be the case with the Skydio. It does not use OcuSync. It is a Wi-Fi drone similar to the original Mavic Air, as well as almost every drone that came before it from like 2016 and earlier. Hopefully Skydio was able to come up with a controller that they made themselves that still works with this particular drone and gives it a stronger, better signal. That would make it one of my very favorite drones if the connection using the controller was stronger, so you could manually fly it and really have that nice strong connection as you got a little further away. So which one is the right one for you? Well, that's something you're gonna have to decide for yourself. I don't know what you're gonna use it for mostly. I don't know if you want those panning long far away shots to show where everybody's at, or if you really want something to track you while you're doing snowboarding, skateboarding, mountain biking, jogging, walking, sailboating, wakeboarding. Well, if your answer is any of those, then I would go with the Skydio. However, if you just want to get a little bit of following from behind, if the tracking feature is more of an added bonus and you really want to just manually fly, then the Mavic Air 2 is a very solid choice. Hopefully this video helped you out. If it did, let me know in the comments below. And if it didn't, well, why'd you watch this long? You should have clicked off of this a long time ago. And for the rest of you, thanks a ton for your support. I do sell t-shirts in the description below. And if you do get one, hit me up on Instagram or Facebook and I'll shout you out in an upcoming video. And until next time, I'll see you in the comments below. Thanks again, everyone. Hope this is almost over. That's so rad.